this is Archive of 12, and today we have a new Rustage song. This is his Konosuba rap Afterlife Party, featuring PFV. I don't I don't think I've encountered PFV in my nerdcore reacting career, so I don't know who that is. What I do know, however, is that I haven't seen Konosuba, but I have seen a lot of Konosuba. Like I've seen memes, I've seen like images. Obviously, I think I reacted to the Darkness rap that was put out a while ago. Darkness is part of Konosuba, I believe. Um, I believe that I reacted to that one, and that was Game Boy Jones's. That was like 2 or 3 years ago. So, Konosuba is one of those animes that like is on my list of anime that I actually need to sit down and watch. But since I've been binge watching like 90s WWE matches for the last like almost 2 months or 3 months now since WWE 2K24 came out, I have kind of like stopped watching just about everything else unless it's been Star Wars. So Konosuba, it's like number 4 on the list of animes that I need to actually sit down and watch. There are only 3 animes above it. So eventually I'll get around to it. I hear it's really good, and I am excited to start it. But as for this song, I'm going in with virtually no context except for knowing who Aqua is, knowing who Darkness is, and knowing a few of the memes about like them, and actually seeing some of the abridged dub that someone put out a while ago. So yeah, that's where my knowledge of this is coming from. Link will be in the description below for this video if you want to watch this without my commentary, because we'll be pausing and we'll be talking about it. And without further ado, let's get started.
It's a party in the afterlife, I hope you show up. Was on my way, way down, then I had to go up. So throw your hands up in the air, wave them high. This whole new life get better when you die. Let's go! Whoa, it's a party in the afterlife. Whoa, raising glass and fill it every night. Whoa, it's a party in the afterlife.
Gonna go all night,
Wanna be the one to start the vibe.
maybe dead, but I feel alive. Stole their heart and I stole their wife. That's not true, but a man can lie when I'm rolling through with a gang on side. I gon' live that comfortable life. Got the Eris on me, I might run like Mega Me, how I'm blowing up and then clocking out for the night. They can't handle this, cause I feel so fried like a cabbages. They gon' lose their head like they dull a hand, but I ain't gon' pay for the damages. Hey, my skill points spent on my bag of tricks. I'm a wonder of nature like Cackle did. And they all wanna step in the ring with me, but like Darkness, dude, just a masochist.
Yeah, okay, so Darkness is part of this. That's what I thought. Darkness fits the vibe of this show, honestly. So, like, I kind of figured that, like, when I was talking about Game Boy Jones's Darkness rap, that this had to do with it. Can I just say that Rustage came out of the box with, one of the smoothest flows that I have heard from him in a while. Just effortlessly. It was there was nothing. There was no build up. There was nothing. It just kind of like boom, he just started. And he's got that little like octave pop in his voice. Whenever he does that, I know he's having fun with this more than he normally does, because like it just means that like there are 3 types of Rusted songs, okay? You got like the dark and depressing ones, which are really heavy. You've got the more hardcore ones, which are the ones where like you can really hit his grit. Like you could hear the grit in his voice as he's like really growling some of the lyrics out. And note that those 2 oftentimes go hand in hand. So like it's not just there's 3 primary ones and they can mix and match. But then there's the third one, which is the one where I refer to as playful Rustage, where he's just having fun. And he does this often with songs that are very lighthearted and very fun and interesting and playful. And like I said, these 3 versions of Rusted songs can intermix and become one another. Because that's very common. Like I remember Joy Boy specifically. Joy Boy, his Gear 5 Luffy rap was a very playful one, but there was a point where he transitioned into the more hardcore Rustage. Which was a treat to listen to, because like most of that song is super playful and super happy and super fun, and then it stays super fun, but then it becomes a little more hardcore super fun. And it's fun to listen to the way that Rustage creates these raps and sings them, because you never know like exactly what the thought process was behind certain things until you hear him like actually say it. Reading the lyrics does nothing for the context of how he's saying it. And you really have to like experience it for yourself to be able, or listen to a reactor experience it for the first time to really understand that. Like he just has fun with a lot of these songs, and you can tell, especially when you can tell when he's having fun and not trying to be hardcore or edgy or heavy or depressed. Like when it's like this, where it's just like, he's just rapping. He's just rapping. It's just him rapping to a piece of content that he's having fun writing and rapping to. That's how you can tell. And also, PFV at the very beginning with the intro, super smooth, super like easy to set up Rustage coming in and take over. Like it was just really, really enjoyable to listen to. And for a first experience like that, that matters. I feel like that matters almost as much as actually having a really strong verse. Is that like if you could make your impression as to exactly what your skills are with just a couple of lines, especially if it's supposed to be the chorus of the song, like that matters to me because that tells me, okay, this is someone that I need to like go check out and subscribe to and watch because they know what they're doing. Um, there have been some times where I've listened to someone for the first time and I'm like, this doesn't really hit as well as I thought it was going to. It doesn't really hit as well as I had hoped, but it's all right. But PFV like thoroughly impressed me with that opening.
Hey, this ain't a fable. Say she a goddess, but sat on my table, yeah. Hey, guess I'm an angel. Live like a king, but I slept in a stable, yeah. Hey, ain't got a label. You move with curses that can't be dispelled or disabled. Don't wanna fight with a demon king, but I do what I'm able.
It's a party in the afterlife, I hope you show up. It's on my way down, then I had to go. So throw your hands up in the air and wave them high. It's who knew life get better when you die. Whoa, it's a party in the afterlife. Whoa, raise your glass and fill it every night. Whoa, it's a party in the afterlife.
Gonna go all night,
Wanna be the one to stop the ride. Who knew, life get better when you die. Who knew, life get better when you die.
Who knew? Pouring out drinks gonna raise them high, yeah. Who knew? Feeling so blessed, you can feel so fly. Know my stats, I'm a perfect gen. Lacking cash, don't deserve my debts. I'd be mad at get no respect. Like a ghost rider, wanna turn on dead. Or rewards like completing a quest line. Call me neat, cause I clean up the mess. Might say my name, they gon' see I'm the best. Try suck you buys, it's a dream in your head. Like what I can't do, hard to argue. Blade on hand like it's Chanchamaru. Crimson Clan, I don't need the bath. I've got a mana drain like the magic cards blue. Yun yun, how they gonna act like we rivals, but I don't remember your name or your class too. Luck is max and I can't lose. Bless the gods and the stars too.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me, unfortunately, it's privated now due to the fact that it was linked to a different reaction, and that different reaction needed to be, um, like removed from YouTube, which makes me sad because it was the only saber rap that I have come across so far, for Fate Stay Night. I think it was Fate Stay Night. Maybe it was just Fate in general. But anyway, Rustage's saber rap for Fate, like. This reminds me of that in a lot of different ways. It just like the small little pieces of context. The like I don't need to understand the show to understand that there is context to the show in this, and I'm catching that. I may not understand it, but I'm catching it. And that's what happened with Fate, because like the saber rap, I've never seen Fate. I've never seen any of the Fates. I don't even know where to begin. I understand that they're different timelines and they may or may not be canon in certain instances, other timelines. I understand that Fate is complicated and confusing, and it's not really meant to make sense. It's just meant to be cool. I get that. But like those context points can sometimes be very useful when listening to the songs. And although I've never seen Fate, and although I had no context points whatsoever when it came to the saber rap, like I could still understand it to a certain point. This reminds me of that. There aren't a whole lot of super complicated and very like difficult to understand references or bars. I can understand and recognize that there is context behind some of these things that I may not understand, but I'm still like fully immersed in the rap. I'm still catching things. And Rustage is really good at either making things super complicated so that you kind of need to know the source material, or making things uh easily referenced and easily understood without understanding the source material, but it helps you understand that there is additional things that you might think that bar is clever, but you'll think it's absolutely hilarious if you actually know what it means. And I get the feeling that this rap has a lot of those. Like, I'm catching different points where, like, oh yeah, no, I'm sure that that probably means something in the show. To me, it feels like just a clever bar, a clever rhyme scheme. But if I knew what the show was telling me, if I knew what was part of the show, then I'd probably find that to be an incredibly inspired and absolutely hilarious bar. Like, it doesn't take away from my enjoyment of it, just knowing that there are additional clues and context. If anything, it means that when I re-listen to this after watching Konosuba, I'm going to understand it more. And that's something that excites me and makes me look forward to it, both to the anime and listening to this again. But overall, so far, like, Rustage and PFV have done a fantastic job of just having fun with this little dance club style, like, rap for this anime. It's this is brilliant.
It's a party in the afterlife, I hope you show up. It's on my way down, and I had to go.
Actually, I don't think it's. I guess you could dance to it, but I think this is more of like a party song than a dance club song.
So throw your hands up in the air, wave them high.
Yeah, looking up at the sky. Life gets better, man, when you die.
Whoa, it's a party in the afterlife. Whoa, raise your glass and feel it every night. Whoa, it's a party in the afterlife.
Gonna go all night.
Wanna be the one to stop the ride. Who knows, life get better when you die. Who knows, life get better when you die.
Who knew? One our drinks gonna raise them high. Yeah. Who knew? Feel so blessed, you can feel so fly.
That was so much fun. I love it when you can tell that Rustage truly had a blast. I could really I love it when you can legitimately hear that. So this'll definitely be a song that I'll fully enjoy going back and listening to. But anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am Markov12, and I will see you in the next video.